The Supreme Court today took up a petition seeking a thorough investigation into the alleged security lapse during the Prime Minister's visit to Ferozepur. The Supreme Court has ordered the Registrar General of Punjab and the Haryana High Court to collect the Prime Minister's travel record and to preserve it. The top court has also directed that separate investigations be ordered that were ordered by the Punjab Government and the centre be paused, and both committees should wait till Monday, which is when the matter will be taken up again. During the hearing, the centre called the alleged security breach a matter of international embarrassment, while the Punjab government assured that they are probing the matter thoroughly. But the political slugfest over the Prime Minister's alleged security breach continues. The Congress has been upping the ante against the BJP, with senior Congress leader Mallikarjun Kharge posting a video on Twitter. Now, in the video, some people can be seen holding BJP flags while the Prime Minister's convoy was stuck. Kharge claims that they were BJP workers and it was a failure of the SPG. Well, meanwhile, Punjab Congress chief Navjot Singh Sidhu has also said that the Prime Minister's alleged security breach was a farce and that the Prime Minister's rally was cancelled because of a low turnout.
जितने तिरंगे आपने, आपकी पार्टी ने और संघ ने जिंदगी में नहीं फहराए होंगे, उतने तिरंगे हमारे पंजाब के सपूतों की लाशों पर लपेटे जाते। Therefore to say कि यहां आपकी जान को खतरा है, ये एक स्वांग है, ये एक ड्रामा है. This is a big farce, and I say it categorically. हाँ, ये मैं मानता हूं कि ये बड़ी सफाई से ह्यूमिलिएशन को बचाने का एक प्रयास है.
Congress High Command should have sacked Punjab Chief Minister after these lapses. By not taking action, they want to institutionalize this thing. Suppose tomorrow Rahul Gandhi and Sonia Gandhi came to Assam. I did the same drama. Will it be acceptable? Then Congress will not criticize me.
Anila Singh, spokesperson of the BJP, joins us this evening. Anila, good evening. Thanks so much for speaking to us. Let me ask you specifically about the video that's been posted by Mallikarjun Kharge. It shows people who he claims are BJP workers holding BJP party flags very close to the convoy and the SPG walking out.
This is what we are saying. Like, he is proving our point, that how the people were allowed to come so close to Prime Minister of our country. It was very conscious decision of Punjab government, Punjab Congress government, because Congress, I think they have got some sort of hatred for Narendra Modi ji, but they have forgotten that what they did with Prime Minister of our country. They had all the wrong plans. They wanted to harm Prime Minister of our country. So this was a direct attack on the Prime Minister. They were not attacking senior leadership of Bharatiya Janata Party. They have attacked on the security lapse of Prime Minister of our country. And they are saying, oh, it just happened. Why they are making a mountain out of mole? And they are taking it so casually. So this proves that they had wrong intentions. That is why Chief Minister was not there to welcome Prime Minister. Chief Secretary and DGP Police of Punjab, even they were supposed to be there. They were not there. Their vehicles were there in the convoy, but they were not there. So this shows that definitely there was something, but with the God's grace, the plans didn't successful.
Well, Anila, I think we can all agree upon the fact that irrespective of who the Prime Minister of our country is, whatever the political leanings, whatever the political party, the position of the Prime Minister and their security is absolutely paramount and it goes beyond political affiliations. But I'm coming back to the video for the pure reason that the Congress is claiming that the people who are closest to the Prime Minister's convoy were in fact BJP supporters. And secondly, and this was something that Bhupesh Baghel also said yesterday, that the Prime Minister has several times interacted very closely with people. He's broken the SPG protocol as well and interacted directly with people. So now what happened?
That is why I'm saying they are giving very lame excuses. When they say that Bharatiya Janata Party workers and supporters, they wanted to meet Prime Minister. a person who is the Prime Minister and who was stuck up in the jam. A very conscious government made jam there. Protesters were not being asked to get up from there. We saw police persons, SP Ferozepur, having tea with them. So everything, points towards one thing only, that Congress party definitely wanted to harm Prime Minister of our country. And now whatever excuse they are giving, it doesn't have any solidity behind it. So they have to answer, and this is the high time when the president of our country, he should take some action, because the attack was on the Prime Minister of our country. Nothing to do with Bharatiya Janata Party. It is about the Prime Minister of our country. I mean, this is not going to work in our country.
Okay, Anila, stay with us. Majid Memon of the NCP also joins us. I request you to stay on. In fact, Mr. Memon, like I said, we can all agree that the Prime Minister of the country is above politics. It's the institution, and the Prime Minister's security is paramount. Your party and several others have been alleging that this is a farce. Can you say that the Prime Minister's convoy being held up by protesters is a farce?
Well, Prime Minister does not belong to a political party. Now, even if he may be associated with Bharatiya Janata Party, which we are fighting, almost every non-BJP faction is now trying to come together to defeat BJP in the days to come as far as the elections, etc. are concerned. But notwithstanding this fact, the Prime Minister is the Prime Minister of the country. Prime Minister belongs not only to BJP alone, Prime Minister belongs to us also. We are proud of our Prime Minister, because the Prime Minister is the head of the executive democracy which we are following. Now, therefore, anything...
Mr. Memon, I really apologize for interrupting you. We actually have a very bad line with you. We can barely hear what you're saying, actually. Let me just try and reconnect. We'll try and reconnect our phone lines and see if we get a better line, because the network appears to be quite bad. Anila Singh is still with us. Okay, we've lost Anila Singh as well. We'll try and reconnect with Mr. Majid Memon of the NCP in just a little bit. But the video on your screen right now that's been tweeted by Mallikarjun Kharge, saying that the people who got closest to the Prime Minister were BJP supporters. Let's just look at this video once. Let's just see if we've managed to get a better audio line. You were making a point. Please go ahead. Mr. Memon?
Yes, please. Now, are you able to hear me now?
Yes, we have a much better line. This is much clearer. Please go ahead.
Yes. Now, I wanted to just tell your viewers that the whole episode needs to be thoroughly probed by independent agency. It should be some SIT, or it should be under the Honorable Supreme Court's direction. It should be non-politically people who should find out as to where precisely things went wrong. And exclusively to blame Congress or Punjab Police may not be just, because it is, after all, you see, intelligence is there, union central agencies are there to ensure every movement of the Honorable Prime Minister, and the route was abruptly changed. There were so many factors which need to be probed thoroughly, and therefore to rush to some conclusion and start making blames one side or the other. Now, BJP leaders have started saying that the Congress was scared about the rally which the Prime Minister was scheduled to address, and they have sabotaged the rally. I don't think that also angle is true. We will have to find out what precisely went wrong, where did we fail, and how can there be such a security lapse, who are responsible, let us identify that, and then make comments. You know, we are going to place the cart before the horse, which is not fair. And now that the matter is also being under observation of the Honorable Supreme Court, I think we'll have to wait a bit to see that truth surfaces.
Yes, that's a good point. Let's just wait. Let's not get involved in this political blame game. The Prime Minister, and it's an institution and not one person. Mr. Majid Memon, thank you so much for speaking to me now.